welcome everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bianca and I'll be guiding you through this next 45 minutes. We will be doing a yin restorative practice, so if you do have some props, blocks, pillows, anything of that sort, then just get that next to you, get that handy because we will be using them. Today we're going to be working through the spleen and the stomach meridian, so a lot of hip opening stuff, a lot of front body opening stuff, so yeah, moving through that. So we're going to start in a reclined butterfly, lying all the way down. Bring your toes or your feet together, knees out nice and wide. And then if you do have a pillow, we're actually going to take the pillow and prop our feet underneath. So finding a little bit of elevation in the feet. Just bring the hands on top of the belly, close the eyes. And this is where we arrive on our mats today. We arrive in our practice. So a gentle reminder for those of you that might be new to a yin practice. It's very different to the other styles of yoga in the sense that it's all about not activating the body in a physical sense. We really want to find the most relaxed state we can be in. We want to drop into the softness of the body. And throughout today's practice, we really want to think of supporting the body as much as possible. And that's why I encourage you to use props, as many as you need. Each posture in the yin practice is held for about 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to be here for quite a while. Again, get yourself as comfortable as you need to. And as you start to feel the body soften and grow heavy, can you connect to your breathing? Can you feel how your breathing rate slows down? How the breath starts to move slightly deeper into the body? As a reaction, the nervous system settles. We have 3 more breaths here. When you are ready to start to move out of it, just gently straighten the one leg and then straighten the other. We find a rebound position, just lying all the way onto your back, pentacle pose, otherwise known as Shavasana. Just find the sensation back into the hips, Maybe you want to wiggle the hips from side to side, bringing some sensation and movement back. And then we're going to bring both knees into the chest. Take a moment, you can rock from side to side, massage out the back. Placing the left foot down onto the floor, we're just going to take the pillow out to the left side of our bodies. Right leg crosses over. So if you would like, you can also wrap eagle legs. This is a bit more of an intense stretch into the legs, into this meridian we're following. Spreading the arms next to you, take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the legs over to the left. So with your legs completely entwined, I'd like you to completely relax the legs onto the pillow next to you. So we come back to the full support of the body in order to completely surrender into the shape. So at no time should you feel any stress, strain, unnecessary tension or resistance in the shape. What is very common is a feeling of discomfort, whether that's mentally, often emotionally, or physically, in these really long holds. The big element to doing this practice is to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. We do so by connecting to the breath. We stay here for 3 more inhales. Let's take them together through the nose. Exhale, release, let go all the way out. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back to center, drawing the knees back. And again, find that rebound position, straighten the legs out, pentacle pose. Feel the difference in the back, in the hips. And then slowly coming into the other side, right foot onto the floor, crossing left leg over. You can stay here. If you did so on the other side and you wrapped the toes all the way underneath the calf, taking that variation, pillow to the right side, take an inhale. As you exhale, roll the legs over onto the pillow. Meridian, we talk about the 3 tenets. The 3 tenets being time, edge, and surrender. Time being holding the shapes for an extended period of time in order to find that surrender. And finding the edge of your shape. The edge of the shape looks different to all of us, feels different to all of us on any given day. It's really that point of when you feel you're pushing yourself into the full expression, and then taking maybe 2 steps back, and that being your sweet spot of your shape. Again, we have 3 more breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale out. Slowly start to bring yourself back to center. Rebound once again, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Feel your chi or your energy, your prana, whatever you would like to call it, running through the body. Awakening the stomach and the spleen. And very slowly you can press yourself up, just roll over to any side. Now we're going to come into a shoelace posture. So for shoelace, the easiest way to get into this is coming into a tabletop, and then right knee crosses over the left. We start to spread the feet as wide as you can, and then once they are wide enough, just sit back. You might need to reshuffle slightly. So I'm just going to turn to face you so you can see. We want both knees stacked on top of each other. And shuffle ready to find both sitting bones onto the floor. The heels are quite close into the body. Now this is really where your props come in handy. So if you find this knee is very lifted, maybe placing a pillow or a block underneath to support it. And then a pillow or a block on top of the legs to support your head as you fold forward. Taking a peace finger grip around the big toes. Inhale here as you exhale, fold the forehead down. Relax the head entirely. So we want this heaviness in the neck. Completely supported. Now this is a very intense stretch in the outer hip, so I come back to this idea of knowing the difference between pain and discomfort. We never want to push through pain, but we can move through discomfort. Find your edge, find your breath, find your surrender, find your time. notice if you are tensing, clenching, gripping any of your muscles, resisting the shape. If so, take a big inhale. As you exhale, soften, release, let go. Drop deeper into this comfort of the shape. Lean into it. Becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. We stay for 3 more breaths. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Gently and slowly roll yourself up. Taking the pillows and the props just out from the shape, releasing your legs. A rebound here, we just straighten the legs, fold forward for a moment. You can tap the knees or the calves onto the floor if you need to. Relax yourself all the way forward. Again, feel the difference in the hips. And slowly going to come onto the other side. So you can enter the same way through tabletop. It is just the easiest and most efficient way. Taking left knee over the right, spreading the feet, and then sitting down. Now shuffle around, get yourself into your position, into your shape, as comfortable as you can. Again, a reminder, both sitting bones onto the floor, stacking the knees on top of each other. If this knee is very lifted, you can shuffle a pillow or a block underneath. Pillow on top. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, we fold. And really notice this side might feel very different to the other. We always practice balance, but we know that we are asymmetrical beings. Our right and left, also the feminine and the masculine. So I'd like you to honor the differences in the two sides, treating both sides as their own individual entities, and adjusting accordingly. So if you need to take maybe a little step back from the side, your edge will feel and look different. Maybe you find you can drop a little bit deeper. Wherever you are, close your eyes. Notice your breath. Find a moment of resistance, a reminder. Breathe into it. Take an inhale, exhale, deepen. And yin is also often described as the practice for the mind. Resistance comes in the form of mind resistance first, and then the body follows. So when we find softening in the mind, we can find softening in the body. Three more breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Gently and slowly coming out of it, releasing the legs. Find your Paschimottanasana, just rebound, rock forward, reset. And then slowly roll the spine up. You're coming into a supported child's pose. So big toes to touch, knees out, really nice and wide. So if you do have two pillows, this might come in handy. It's not necessary, but it is just a nice way to prop ourselves up slightly more. So we place one pillow on top of each other. Again, spread the knees a little bit wider than usual, and then drop yourself forward. You want to relax the whole chest onto the pillows. Turn one side of the face. And then settle here, close your eyes. And I invite you now to be still, in silence. And I'll let you know when you can turn your head to the other side. Gently just shift the head, gazing to the other side. Slowly we come out of it, back to center, start to move the body. When we bring the knees together, we're going to find a hero's pose. So this one is again quite intense on the hips, on the internal rotation. So hero's pose in a traditional sense, moving the calves away from the body to make space, knees are together, feet are wider than the hips, and you are sitting in between the feet. So I would like you to use props for this one. The torsion on the knees can get a bit intense, so just gently shuffle the pillow maybe lengthwise underneath, prop yourself up. You can also sit on a block if you do have one. If you need to put another pillow underneath, you do that too. And then we're just going to lean back slightly. You can drop into the elbows, into the shoulders. So reclined hero's pose. Find your edge. If this is already where your edge is at, you can stay. If you want to go a little bit further, maybe dropping onto the elbows. Like I said, intense on the hips, on the thighs, the hip flexors, opening the whole front body, the throat. You can also drop the head all the way back. And if at any point any of this is too much for you, again, difference between pain and discomfort, gently come out of it. Take a step back, come back to just a simpler variation. We have 5 more breaths. We'll take them together. Take a big inhale. Exhale out. Long exhale. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. One more inhale. Exhale out. If your head is dropped back, slowly tuck the chin into the chest. Start to press yourself up. Just take a moment to find an upright position again. You can drop the chin into the chest completely, hang the head heavy. Probably a lot of blood that's rushed to the head, so just take some time to reorientate yourself. Then when you are ready, Taking the pillow out from underneath you, uncrossing the legs. We once again coming to lie onto our backs. Lifting the hips slightly, we're going to bring the pillow underneath the hips. Then we take a full happy baby. So reaching the feet up, grabbing hold of my English isn't working. Grabbing hold of the outer blades of the feet with the hands. Spreading the knees and allowing the knees to draw in towards the armpits. And close the eyes. We aim to get hold of the feet. If you're not reaching there, you can also just hold on to the ankles, even the back of the legs. Find your shape, your expression of it. This is your practice, so really make it your own. Take an inhale here, and an exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Gently draw the knees in towards the center, give yourself a tight squeeze, hug yourself in. Full body embrace, sending lots of love, positivity to your mind and to your body. And when you are ready, we find pentacle pose. You can shuffle your pillow just a little bit further down so it comes under the knees, and then stretch the legs out. Release the arms next to you. Finding your final relaxation. I always say you can take up as much space as you need. Adjust yourself accordingly, support yourself accordingly with any and all props. Then close the eyes, arriving in your pentacle, your Shavasana. This is really where our whole practice integrates, where all the magic happens. You can find and feel that free-flowing prana, chi, energy. Feeling the whole body is soft and heavy, open. Feeling the breath flowing freely and easily. And I'm going to give you a moment of silence, of stillness, to simply just enjoy being here. Being with your mind, your breath, and your body. And knowing that there's nowhere else to be but here right now. And then I'm going to end the practice here. Please take all the time you need to still be in your pentacle pose for as long as you feel necessary. Staying here for 5 to 10 more rounds of breath if you have the time. And if you are ready to come out of it, you can do so gently and mindfully. Waking up the body very slowly. Coming back to your space very slowly. And before doing so, a moment of kindness and compassion to yourself for taking out the time to be on your mat today. And for moving through the discomfort that might have come up. From me to all of you, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your patience in the beginning.